Hello everyone and welcome to our campervan Melanie. She's a 2014 VW Crafter long wheelbase and she has been our home for the past 2 years. We have lived and travelled in her full time and she has been absolutely wonderful, but she is for sale now. So this is her van tour. Now, so we start here in the living room. So here we have a L couch with a swivelly lagoon table that swivels more directions than I can ever get it. I can never get it the right way, the way you want it. But anyway, it is here and it can do it all. Then this has 3 pieces of foam and it's also a bed. It is one of the 2 beds that are available in the campervan. And here there's a lot of storage. So we're gonna start from this side. And the first thing you see here is the control panel. So you have the AC charger controller. You have the inverter on and off switch. There you go. Then this is the battery monitor, the heater on and off button and timer. And this is the air matrix, which is also due with the heater. Then you have the internet hub, essentially. Then here we have a huge headline shelf storage, which happens to be one of the 3 places that you can stash the bed, the second bed. Oh, for us it was a primary bed. So what you can do is you can open this completely, and later on we're going to show you how the beds work. But essentially all the bedding and the mattress and anything else that you want to store in there can be stashed there. It is a huge open attic essentially. Then we move this way and we have a nice open shelf again that we have stored, that we used to store our clothes, and they come with these soft cubes that you can just pull out and store whatever you want in them, including a cat. Right then. Then down here we have a lot of cozy book storage, or like a nook that you can just sit in the corner and store little bits and bobs so you don't have to get up off the couch. And here, if you come on this side, we have a nice storage crate and a super duper and very useful tea table. Its primary use is for you to put your tea mug or coffee or whatever you drink away from where you put your laptop
or cat.
But the key thing is the laptop is not going to die because you spill your tea on it, and we definitely don't speak from experience. So that's the story behind that one. Then over here we come to the bathroom, and this is the grand entrance to the bathroom, where we're met by a full storage wall right here, with hooks for jackets and whatnot, and then basically unconformed storage that we used for our toiletries, toilet paper, sprays, whatever goes in the bathroom. So this bathroom is a full wet room, so everything is tanked and waterproofed about 3 times over. And its main function, obviously, it houses a toilet right here. We're not going to sell our toilet with the van just because we've used it for 2 years, and I bet you want to buy your own, just a guess. And then you have the shower right here. So this is a long shower hose that can actually reach out if you want to spray your feet or something. And if you want to extend it, you could buy another one. It's just a standard connection. And then what you have here is obviously some extra space here next to the toilet for your other utility storage. And then to complete the shower room, for when you're showering, you just pull these bars and you use the shower pressure, which extends all the way right here, and it rests in the shower tray, which is underneath this yellow rug, right? The yellow rug is here to protect the floor from the toilet weight, so you can be sure that it's not going to ruin the waterproofing or anything like that. And that's pretty much it. You just, whenever you shower, You take the toilet out, you set it up, and Bob's your uncle. Okay, and then everything gets nicely secured with travel safety latches. The table has it, the door has it, anything that moves and opens has a latch.
So as we move more towards the back of the van, you'll notice that there is quite a lot of space even for a van conversion, and that's because we don't have a standard fixed bed at the back, Murphy bed, or a bed that folds out or converts from a couch. We actually took inspiration from the Japanese and went with a futon style floor bed that folds out and covers this space here, which is just shorter than a standard double, and it's underfloor heated, so in the winter time it's really warm. And this was our main bed for 2 years. As Polly said, there's a bed at the front that goes widthways, and then this floor bed here is the main one, which you'll see in a moment. But we took the Japanese style, and along with it being comfortable, you also get lots of floor space to actually enjoy the van. And this was an ideal full-time setup for those rainy days that are all too common, and that means that we can huddle away in here, we can cook, we can eat, we can wash up, we can snuggle away. There's a couch, plenty of storage. This is a work desk, and it basically means that we can fully utilize the house whilst being in it all day long and not feeling cramped at all. Now coming back here to the door entrance, so you've got an entryway where you just chuck your keys and wallet and bits and pieces, and you've also got the main light switches as well. So there's 3 lights in the van. You've got the back lights, you've got the bathroom light, which is here in the middle, and then you've got the front light, which is a fake daylight panel, so it mimics the effect of sunlight and daylight, which covers the entire front couch as well. And all 3 are on dimmers, so you can have it really bright in the day whilst you're working, and then you can dim them all very, very low down at night when you want a little bit more subdued light. And since we're on lighting, for proper mood lighting at night time, we have some dimmable coloured LEDs all around. So these ones can change to any colour that you so desire, and they're all run on a remote control and accessible from your phone as well. Okay, let's get those back on. Cool. And then we've got another bookshelf where you can put more books, leading on to the main office and other storage areas. So this is where we kind of worked, and we also kept a lot of, what was it, arts and crafts, more books. We had a lot of books and other things like jars or pots or whatever we wanted there. And then we also have a work desk. So this just latches down. That's pretty strong and sturdy in there. And then there's also a foldable chair. So yeah, you can use the foldable chair, and then basically you've got a work desk. So there's plenty of space either side. You can even move in so the other person can quite easily go past. And you've got a work desk. And you can even lock your cat away when they're getting too annoying. Oh God, I see her eye through the hole. Okay, sweetie, come out. Come on. Mwah. Yeah. And what's really brilliant about this is that you can have 2 completely separate workspaces. You can have one person on the couch and then one person working here. And you also have complete more desk space to dump all your other stuff on, or get dinner going, or whatever it is, whilst you're both working.
Yeah, and also this, as you see, this counter, this is a normal size counter, this is a lower counter. This is exactly why, because if you sit on that chair, then that's the perfect height.
You can open the back doors to that beautiful view, and you can sketch, you can do your art, you can have your laptop out, you can do whatever you want, and then just look out the back doors, or the window to the left over the kitchen as well if you wanted. But we're in a housing estate right now, so it's not that interesting a view. And it's also dusk. Yeah. And then when you're done, you can just fold the chair away and pop it back over here. Now as we move down towards the back of the van, this down here is the main garage area, main storage area of the van. So it's accessible from the back if you open the back doors, but you can also reach it from the front. And it's got 2 independent sliding doors so you can reach in and grab whatever you need. We keep the chair in there. The chair can also live somewhere else. But essentially it's a nice big garage area for you to store excess clothes, tents, bags, whatever you want really. So that all lives down there, and then on the other side of the back bench you've got an 80-litre fridge freezer. So this runs off 12 volt, and in there you've basically got a small freezer at the top, the main fridge at the bottom, nicely nestled away. And then moving on to what's under the kitchen counter, this is again just more unconfigured storage. So there's 3 big deep shelves that go all the way to the back. There's USB hubs on both sides, and basically in here you can put up walls, you can put in boxes, you can put in more shelves if you wanted to, but basically it's unconfigured space, and you can chuck in pots, pans, knives, forks, cutlery, bags, whatever you want in there. They're on slider rails, so they're completely unconfigured, 3 big deep shelves. So that's the main kitchen storage there. And then over here is where the water tank, the plumbing, and everything live that goes under the sink. So there's a fill point for the water tank on the outside, but you can also access it if you needed to for cleaning on the inside as well. And that's basically how you check your water level, and if you needed to access any of the pipes or anything, they're all in there. Voila.
Up here we have the sink. Right, so it's a really nice sizable sink. You can put a decent sized pan in there, and you can kind of hide away your dishes. It does do a good job in postponing that moment. And then you can turn the pump on or off with this switch, and it'll pressurize the system. And then all you do is you turn the tap on. Now if the hot water is on, the heater is off now, but if the hot water is on, you get hot water as well. And you can mix them as you do in any house just fine. Then you have this nice little insert which gives you extra storage space for your sponges and whatever, soap, whatever you want to keep in there, and that just lives right here to just, you know, kind of hide the sink a little bit as well if it's full of stuff. Right, then you have this magnetic backsplash, which you can magnetize extra storage, little hooks, all those little bits, and the van does come with a carbon monoxide detector right here and a temperature monitor as well. Right here we have our medicine and toothbrush storage. Toothbrushes went in there, a lot of bits just sat here, and there's random other things you can hook, but it's a really nice nifty cupboard. It's one of the most used cupboards in the van. You know, I love it. And then you can even put stuff here on top as well if you wanted to, whatever fits there. You can control the max fan through this. And you can turn it off. And that just lives there. Obviously we have these little spice rack shelves, which are really handy for any small bits and bobs that you want to leave in there, and obviously the obligatory spice rack, you know, on display is here. And then as we proceed this way, we did cook a lot. We had a huge nutritional journey in this camper van, so that's why we have the open pantry. So this is what these shelves were built for. Now we're going to take these jars with us, but we thought it was a good idea to show you how they were used. So this is our pride and joy of the van. So yeah, there's a lot of grains, really nice shelves here, which are attached to the back door. And then we have extra baskets. Lots of fruit and veg went in here as well. So there's plenty of kitchen storage. It is all very tailored and sort of embedded into everything. And then right here we have another open shelf, which these boxes fit really well into. For us, this was food storage. We had a lot of food in the van, and it just, you know, went in there. You can fit, I think, at least one more up here, and you can even change it to a bigger box if you want to, because as you see, there's height. There's lots of height in here.
Now, before we get to the bed situation, I'm just going to quickly run over what's on the ceiling. So right here at the back, as Polly said, we've got a max fan, so this pulls air in and out, perfect position to cook right here at the back where the kitchen is. And it's also got a rain cover as well, so if it's raining you can still use it. And I can say in the summertime when you're sleeping here at the back, that's a really good thing to have going on. Then we'll get to these bars in a moment. We've got a skylight here in the middle, so this opens completely 180 degrees, and although it may not look like it, it is large enough for you to step up and get out onto the roof if you can find a ladder or something to get on there. But you can get out on the roof, do repairs and whatnot. And again, it's got a vent mode, so in the summer you can have that venting the fan on and it draws air through and cools you down, which is really nice. But it's winter, so I'm closing it. And then again, here at the front, this is the daylight panel. So our solar panels are up here, so we couldn't put essentially another skylight on top, but we wanted to mimic the effect that a skylight does. So there's a whole video that we've done on it, but this is actually an old TV, and the way that the diffusion works basically makes it look like a skylight, mostly, which is very different from the blaring LEDs at the back. This is a much softer lighter and a much more calm light, especially at night time when you dim it down or turn it off. Here we go. So as you may have noticed throughout the ceiling of the van, there are two of these metal bars, and you might be wondering what they're for. Well, one thing that you can use them for are pull-ups if you really wanted to, but you are going to hit your head.
Show off.
But the other thing that you can use them for, when my cat decides to let go of it, is for a hammock chair. So they've each got one of these brackets on them, and all you do is simply unbolt, hook in the chair or any other apparatus that you choose that can support weight, and then you simply sit on the chair. And because of the huge amount of floor space that comes with the van, you can actually pretty comfortably swing around on these chairs. Come here, sweetie. Oh,
Jesus.
And in the summer you can have the door open and you can just basically sit and chill. Or in the wintertime you can cozy up, read a book, have the heating on and have a cat on your lap. The other thing that it also is an extra seat by the table. So as I said, there's one of these at the front, and then there's also one of these bars at the back as well, and they're bolted in to the roof rack on the top of the van, so they are sturdy and strong, and they can support around 120 kilograms in the middle. I haven't tested more than that. So now for the beds. So this camper van is a 4-berth camper van. Technically a 5-berth if you chuck someone on the back counter, but it's basically got 2 main double beds. So the first double bed is the couch. So in the day it is a normal couch. However, if you remove the lagoon table completely, like so, when we use this bed we chuck the lagoon table in the front of the van, shut the curtain, and then simply you pull out the couch extension, and then the missing part of the bed is actually the backrest of the couch that lives over here. So you pull this out, pop that down.
Alright, and just to set up the bed, here at the front, you pick a blanket of your choice. We tend to use a blanket for a sheet because it's just easier than a bloody sheet, because I ain't dealing with that. There we go. And then you just pull your bedding down on the cat. Pillows go there. There's a cat there. Christ. Okay. So that's their setup. See, the duvet then just gets spread. Yeah, and for demonstration purposes, I'll go on top of it. Yep, and that's basically the beds here at the front setup. Now, because it's in a Sprinter, it's not a very long width-raised bed. So for me, no, be sweet. For me, it's how much? 1 meter 64, 65, something like that. So if I'm on the pillow, I sleep like this, right? So I'm fine. My toes touch, but generally you don't sleep like a log. So generally okay. You can go a bit diagonal. You know, that's standard practice in Sprinter vans mainly, and or camper vans if you sleep widthways. So it works fine. The shorter you are, the more comfortable this bed is, and the longer you are, the more comfortable the back bed becomes. Where we shall go and set that up now. Alright, so that was bed number 1. For us it was the guest bed because we chose to sleep on our futon. Now, what you do is you just grab it out. Now these things can actually go quite compact, so there's plenty of places to store them. This is 5 centimeters, I believe. Yes, and it's plenty soft enough foam if you like a front bed. So right here, so you set it up, just roll it out. Like that. Then the same as the front. You throw a blanket of your choosing on the floor to protect the mattress, so you don't have to wash it all the time. It's nice and soft. You've got the duvet. You never know which way it goes. Like this. And then the pillows. This is our Japanese floor bed. And obviously you can stretch as far as you want here. And then yeah, you have plenty of space here. Both beds have independent access to the bathroom. So if you do happen to have guests, then both of you can go privately enough. Then this is a nightstand right here with a charging plug. There's a charging plug in there as well. So this was our favorite bed, and obviously it is on the heated floor. The lowest temperature that we went to was -12, and we were sweating because that heating is quite good. So yeah, literally no worries in terms of getting too cold or anything like that. So as long as you like a firm bed, we would totally recommend a Japanese futon style bed. It is super awesome. So yeah, that is how we built the van for ourselves, and for us it worked wonderfully. We really enjoyed our time in Melanie. Now she's a very lightweight camper van in comparison. She's built in an ultra lightweight. There's about 500 kilograms of weight left to build, which is a lot. So if you wanted to build a Murphy bed on this wall, you have the weight capacity and obviously room to do so if that's what you choose. There's space for battery upgrades, and if you choose to, you can have a bigger water tank, especially if you put it underneath the van. But what's important is that there is the weight capacity remaining for you to make these modifications to make it your own. So yes, Melanie is for sale, and all the relevant links are in the description below. Feel free to email us and contact us for any more questions. We're happy to video chat, and obviously happy for you to come see it and test drive it. So yeah, as long as this video is up, she's still available.